What if I told you a regular house turned into hell? Walls pounded, air stank like sulfur, disembodied voices growled, and neighbor heard screams through 8 inches of solid concrete. Tonight, on Secret Spells and Shadows, we open a true case that pulled priests, doctors, and top demon hunters into small, dark duplex. I'm Victoria Unical, artist and media mogul by day, and modern witch exorcista by night. Every Thursday we prove reality is stranger than fiction. If you are ready, hit like and subscribe. And let's begin. The trouble began in February 1985 in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl lived at 330 Chase Street for years. They shared their home with Jack's aging parents next door. Then, one freezing night, the bedroom lamp flicked off by itself. The air turned ice cold in a single sharp breath. From that moment on, something unseen moved through their home. At first, they blamed bad wiring, but the circuits were fine. Still, lights flickered and shadows slid across their walls. Then came the smells. Rot 1 second, sweet roses the next. Scratching noises echoed deep inside the walls and floors. Their German shepherd growled, staring at empty corners. A week later, Janet's mother saw the TV crackle to static. A dark shape slid across the wall, slow and silent. It oozed upward, then vanished into the ceiling above. By spring, things turned violent. A ceiling fan spun so fast its screws ripped out. Heather's mattress lifted her into the air. The family dog hit the wall like something sharp. Jack woke up bleeding, claw marks down his back. Janet couldn't move. Something cold held her down and whispered her name. When 6-year-old twins, Shannon and Karen, screamed in terror, everything changed. They said an invisible hand pulled them down the stairs. That's when the Smurls stopped whispering and called the police. Officers searched the house. No prints, no broken locks, nothing strange. Neighbor Mary Pasco heard screams through the shared wall. Deep, guttural sounds shaking the concrete while the house sat empty. She ran outside. Sure, someone was being killed inside, but every window was dark. The house was still. Desperate, Jack went to the parish and begged for help. 2 priests came, blessed the house, sprinkled holy water, and left. The scratches came back before they even reached the driveway. In the next 18 months, 3 exorcisms were officially performed. Nothing stayed calm. The evil always came back. In August 1986, Janet finally called Ed and Lorraine Warren. They were the famed demonologists who investigated Amityville years before. The Warrens arrived fast, armed with tape recorders and crucifixes. Behind them came a TV crew ready for primetime terror. Ed said a demon was hiding deep in the crawl space. Lorraine saw 4 spirits moving through the house in shadows. An old woman who wouldn't rest, a young man filled with rage, a black-haired succubus that watched from dark corners, and something else she named only once: the beast. Ed challenged the dark. In Jesus Christ's name, show yourself. The mirror fogged over, slow, silent, and one message appeared: get out. Media rushed in. Cameras rolled on the house non-stop. Psychologists called it mass hysteria, but the strange events never stopped. They only got worse. In January 1987, the final exorcism shook the duplex walls. 2 priests stood with the Warrens and church investigators nearby. For 3 hours, they read the Roman ritual without pause. When they ordered the demon to leave, the house began shaking. A gray haze rolled down the hallway. It twisted once, then vanished. For the first time in years, the scratching finally stopped. By summer, the Smurls began repainting walls and fixing damage. The house felt calm until one night in late August. Janet froze. 3 hard knocks echoed through the dark hallway. 3 knocks again, the sign of the unholy. In 1988, The Smurls packed and moved to Wilkes-Barre. The old duplex sold fast to a woman named Deborah Owens. She said she slept fine. No smells, no sounds, no fear. Jack and Janet teamed up with the Warrens and writer Robert Kern. Together, they wrote The Haunted, published in 1988. Critics called it overblown, just another spooky story for shelves. But believers said it proved hell could take a residence. The Smurl case was unique, involving priests, scientists, and ghost hunters in one place. But there were others. The Amityville House, 1975. A Long Island family ran from a house that bled slime. A voice growled, "Get out!" from the empty living room. Almost 50 years later, the fight still isn't settled. The Enfield Poltergeist, London, 1977. Two young sisters rose into the air as furniture slid. A deep growling voice shouted from an 11-year-old girl's mouth. No man was there, but something else clearly was. The South End Entity, 2012. Cops, doctors, and caseworkers signed sworn statements in shock. They saw a boy walk backward up a hospital wall. Each story ends with one question, whispered in the dark. When walls bleed and logic breaks, who do we trust? The witness, the skeptic, or what growls behind the wall? History flinches at what hides in normal homes, quiet and cold. Have you ever turned off the light and felt watched? Did you live fast or explained it away? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe, my darlings, and meet me next Thursday for another tale on secret spells and shadows. Until then, stay sharp, stay brave, and watch for shadows on your walls.